Well, I officially had my most humbling moment on the trail last night when I had to get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. All right, so now that it's light out, I have to document this. We put it up so late last night. Okay, so here's the tent. Remember, we don't have our stakes. So Captain pulled the tables together and rigged this. I think maybe airline pilot is not in his future, an engineer is, I don't know. He hooked us up really well here. But last night I had to go to the only way to do this was to block the doors, which are right there. So last night I had to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and I had to crawl underneath that picnic, underneath that. So I jimmied out, and that's what I showed you guys in the video. Definitely my lowest moment, but no snakes got us. Right, I am. You can get out the normal way since we don't care if the tent stays put up, okay? Does that sound, oh wait, okay. How did you do that? Where did you tie it? You gotta untie it, okay? Let me grab my bag. So this is where we slept last night. That's where the tent was, right over there where Captain is. And you can also pitch your tent out here. But because we didn't have the stakes, and obviously we're not gonna move those huge white rocks to hold down the tent, we had to make it work in there, and it worked. This property here is maintained by the church, and so a donation is requested. So we will make a donation. To be honest, I wish they had a donation box. It'd be a lot easier to drop 20 bucks in, or a suggestion would be Venmo. But we'll just message Will and have him make a donation for us because we're really grateful that we had this place to stay today. Okay.
Hold on, wait, stop.
What? Captain's many talents. Good morning from day 108. I'm Sunshine.
And I'm Captain. And we're still walking.
And we're still talking. We had a lovely evening in Port Clinton. Is it water crossing? We gotta swim across the river here. We are going from Port Clinton Pavilion to Eckville Shelter or something like that, 15 miles. Will be picking us up, and we'll be doing a night with him tonight. So Marvel. So Captain can go to the Marvel movie. That was the first time we slept in a pavilion, and it was fine. That we heard a lot of road traffic, but we were just so tired. We were out, and we had plans of getting up at 5 because we want to make sure we make it in time for the movie, and we just couldn't. We were both so tired. Like it was like overwhelming exhaustion, just unbelievable. We just finished our bagel with cheese on it. Thank you, Giselle and Herb for a wonderful evening and all the snacks and all the trail measure. We are full of sugary, yummy snacks and 2 cookies from them today that we're going to eat along the way. Today is supposed to be a bit of Rocksylvania coming in, as well as, and are we ready, everybody? You say the S word.
Snakes?
Yeah.
Oh, snake.
There's 2 spots. I can't remember the name of them. They both begin with a P on this trail. And they said between those 2 spots, you're going to see a lot of snakes today. And so last night in the pavilion, we were just going to put out our sleeping bags and sleep there.
But somebody got scared.
After all that snake talk, I was like, let's just find a way to put the tent up in here because I feel like a snake's going to slither into my quilt and I'm going to be freaking out in the middle of the night. So, yeah. So anyway, we are off. We've got a big climb this morning. It is, I don't know what the temperature is. It's 72 degrees. I think it's going to be a bit of a warmer day today because it's already kind of warm, but we'll survive.
Let's get going.
Walking through the city in the middle of the night, there's still so much light all around. They say walking is for fools, but that isn't what I found. When the city never sleeps, I sleep to get around.
I just said to Captain, look, there's a monkey. He goes, a monkey? I said, yeah, a monkey right there. But you didn't see that one coming.
We're going crazy.
We're going crazy. Oh, someone lost a monkey.
All of my friends are talking about moving out. They need a little room to breathe, find some land of their own where they can just stay for 50 years to love every day. That garden, you know you gotta grow it, and the grass, you gotta mow it, and I feel you already know it. This ain't gonna fix anything.
So everyone has me so scared about Rocksylvania, and I think we only have like 70 miles left in Pennsylvania. And each day I keep thinking we're gonna hit them because someone will say, oh, they're coming. And then there's rocks and they're not pleasant, but they're short-lived. They're like a couple miles or a mile, and then we're back to like a pretty nice path. So I heard when we come to the snake zone up here, that the rock's really bad. So we've only gone, I think 4.5 miles today, and we're going 15. So maybe in like 0.5, we'll have 10 miles of rocks. I don't know. I'm hoping it's not going to be that bad. This is another stream that's all dried up. And so on our app, there's a little icon. People that have gone by write notes and put the dates there so you know, okay, it's dried up as of the date it is today. So like, okay, you can plan ahead. And there's a big thing on there that says dry. Like another type of, there's multiple ways on the app where you can tell if the stream is functioning. So you should always check your water before you take off for the day. And pretty much everything for this 15-mile hike is dry, except for there's one that it said has a good flow. I think as of yesterday or the day before. We did pack out 3 liters of water again. And I know everyone knows the math on this, but 6.6 pounds. So that is massive. But that's the last thing you want out here. You don't want to get dehydrated. Temperature today is a little bit warmer than it has been the last couple of days. It is 75 and it's only 11:30. So hopefully it doesn't get too much warmer. But we're surviving. We're doing okay. Okay, my lunch today, it's all messy, so I'm not taking it out of the trash can, but is madras lentils. I got these, I think at Costco in bulk. And then I threw one of these little olive oil packets in them. I absolutely love this. It's one of my favorite things. I don't like that I have to clean the pot after, but I like the taste of it. And then I threw in some of the cheddar cheese that Giselle and Herb gave us yesterday, just for some extra taste. Captain is going to have 3 cheese mac and cheese by Backpacker's Pantry. He likes that one. And yeah, let's eat. So Captain has a true hiker confession moment. He's been wearing these Solomons. Can you show me the shoe? I met a guy yesterday, on the trail who absolutely loves these shoes. But we bought them for Captain so that he could have more support on his ankles for the rocks. And I think it was a bad idea. He's young, he's got strong ankles. He's got a lot of blisters and a lot of pain. And so we're gonna put him back in his Hokas tomorrow since we're gonna see Will tonight. Can you elaborate on what's going on?
I think my feet just don't work with the Solomons. I don't know. There's not much cushion to it. And I also think there's the support. We shouldn't we don't need to sacrifice anything for support because at this point I'm fine.
And your Hokas have served you well the whole trail, except for when you switched to ultras and you knew that was a bad decision.
Yeah.
I know you did have some blisters on the Hokas for a bit, but not foot soreness, right?
No.
Yeah. Poor guy. So we're just taking a break here, and then he's going to muscle through the rest of our miles. But I asked him if he wanted to stop, but he said no, he doesn't want to just do 5 miles today. So it sucks when you have foot pain. I've hiked most of the trail with it, so I get it. Meet the man who lives under the bridge and uses duct tape on his feet.
This is gonna hurt coming off.
It is going to hurt coming off. Okay, I think you got it.
Yeah, I need your help.
Okay, hold on a second.
Carrying
I've carried this duct tape for the whole trail, never used it once, so I'm glad it's getting used.
I need your help.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys remember, but when we were by McAfee, I said that everyone that came down McAfee said, there's a bear a mile up, there's a bear 2 miles up, there's a bear 3 miles up. And I got so wigged out by it. So now I'm like on the other side. Everyone that's coming down this trail, I'm almost to the top. Between the 2 lookouts that begin with P, and I can't remember, I'll have to share when I get up there. I think one's Pulpit and one's something else. I'm asking, do you see any snakes? The first people were like, no. This guy was like, I just passed me. He's like, I saw one in the bush. I'm like, he goes, but there's a guy up there who's booking it. And I was like, oh, I'm with him. That's Captain. So Captain is, I think, outside of Neil's Gap when he was really cold, I think this might be his worst day. Those shoes just aren't working for him. And he's worn them a total of, I think we figured 8 to 10 days now, not in a row, but he kind of broke them in and then took a break. And I think he feels how I felt that second day. I had the oboes on, like I just want to cut my feet off or burn those things. And again, it's not the shoe, it just doesn't work with our feet. So his strategy is to go really fast. I don't know if he thinks he can outrun the pain. Then he gets to the top and he's gonna sit and wait and put his feet up. So he's cranking. So this snake pit that everyone scared me about, between the Pinnacle lookout the Pulpit lookout and the Pinnacle lookout, was nowhere to be found. I didn't see one snake. I hope I don't see any now because I'm gonna jinx it. So the Pulpit was a beautiful time lapse we did and just gorgeous. And we sat there and talked to some really lovely young people, local people. Well, not local, but young people about our travel life and stuff like that and homeschooling. And then we just walked to the Pinnacle, but we chose, it's after the Pulpit, we chose not to go out to the lookout because, as you guys know, Captain, not only do his feet hurt, but more importantly, he wants to get the trail done fast so he doesn't miss his Marvel movie tonight that he's going to see with Will. So, which is fine because we see so many views on this trail. We can't look at them all. So, sorry, Pinnacle. And we've got 5.6 miles left. This trail, again, is not as bad as people were saying it was. So, now I hear the rocks are coming, but so far, we've had some rocks. We had a big climb up to Pulpit, which I didn't vlog because it doesn't, the depth and the vertical incline doesn't really seem to translate to film that well. To video, I don't think. But let me just tell you, it was hard, but not super hard. I wouldn't say today's been one of our harder days. The climb this morning was pretty tough, but not unbelievable. But we are on a pretty strict diet today of a lot of sugar. So that might have helped a bit. But this is kind of what it's been. I mean, it's annoying, these rocks, and they get bigger, and it's, you really have to watch where you step, but not awful. My ankle, my tendonitis usually starts to ache, depending on the terrain, around mile 10 through 13. And we're about at mile, we're around almost mile 10 now, and it's still holding strong and not hurting. So pretty excited about that. Okay, I keep waiting for something to just happen because this day it was a little hard this morning But between Pulpit and Pinnacle,
The Pinnacle.
and now down to where we're getting off for Will, it hasn't been that hard, guys. Like, no one said, hey, there's several miles of this nice dirt road or anything. And we were super, like, freaking out. Or it could it be, you guys ready for this? That we're just getting really strong?
I doubt it. We're never strong enough for the AT.
You don't think that's it?
The AT will always be hard.
They're going to come a point where we're like, we're going to get to the whites and we're like, oh my gosh, this is so easy.
Impossible.
And we'll just run the whites. Like,
Oh,
everyone's
that'd be
like,
fun.
don't plan more than 10 days, 10 miles a day on the whites. And Captain and I are doing 30.
That would be ironic.
One could dream, right?
We would blaze through.
So where did we start?
I'm confused.
This is a loop because we've seen people going on it.
So I think if the Pinnacle's up here, Pulpit Observer, right.
What did we do?
So we woke up here.
We did?
I think so, because that looks like
that's Hamburg. That's Hamburg.
Hamburg water treatment plant.
Maybe. I don't even know.
We walked through maybe a small amount of Hamburg, got up to here. And then
Okay.
went up.
And so I guess so what people would do, you hold my pulse for a second. What people would do if they just wanted to blue blaze it, they could just go this way and meet up where we are here instead of going all the way around like we did. But then you don't hit all the white blazes, and we're purists if wanting to hit the white blazes. You know, I think it was this morning when I said I've hit an all-time hiking low because I had to crawl out in like a 10-inch space. Like, I was like in war, crawling under like barbed wire or something to get out of our tent so that the tent wouldn't fall down and go to the bathroom. And what I didn't tell you, I wasn't going to tell you, but I think we're on this special level. Itch my nose. That I have to tell you guys this because I feel kind of guilty if I don't. Some of you are going to want to throw up. So it was really difficult to get out of that tent. And there was someone else sleeping that came in late, sleeping in the pavilion. And so I didn't want to wake them up. I didn't want the whole tent to come crashing down and Captain wake up and be like, oh, what happened? So, are you ready? I almost can't say it because I want to puke. And if someone told me this, I would be like, that is disgusting. I'm sure everyone has been in one of those porta potty things. And what's the first thing you notice besides the smell, and it's usually full? There's urine all over the floor, right? It's gross. You don't even want to go in there with your shoes on. Well, I went in there barefoot. Now, I have a good reason. It was 3 a.m. I know it's not a good enough reason, but it's coming. My shoes were on the other side of the tent, holding up part of the tent. Captain's shoes were on my side of the tent, but I could not figure out how to crawl out on my elbows, dragging my body behind and taking his shoes at the same time without causing a complete ruckus and possibly pulling down the tent. So I said, well, I've never heard of anyone dying from getting urine and poop on their feet in the porta potty, probably because no one's ever gone in there barefoot. So I did it. I think we're close enough now that I can just tell you that is probably going to go down in my book as the most disgusting thing I've ever done. Oh, just the thought of that, because I know what you're all picturing in your face, right? Like you go to a carnival or something, and or you go to a concert and you have to use a porta potty, and you walk in and your feet are sticking to the floor, right? And you're like, oh, that's someone's urine, someone's poo, whatever. So it was a nice, clean place, but yeah, I can't believe I'm putting this on record. I'm gross. I'm just gross.
So we only did 15 miles today because we're here to watch Deadpool and Wolverine.
And you're gonna eat a lot of candy.
This has been my first time in a movie theater for months.
I know. It's our first time in so long.
No kidding.
Hey everyone, it's the end of day 108. We went from Port Clinton Pavilion to Eckville Shelter, 15 miles. I am in air conditioning and freezing to death, hence the hoodie. Excuse me. The best part of my day today was that we did not see one snake. Not one. When everyone kept telling me, you're going to see 5,000 snakes, I'll probably see 85 tomorrow. The worst part of my day, another best part of my day is that I got to see Will. And right now, him and Captain are out watching the Marvel movie, which is a tradition in our family. Avalon, Will, and Largo love Marvel movies, so they always go on opening night or opening weekend. Worst part is that Captain's feet are really bothering him from the new shoes, which have been broken in. They're just too hard and uncomfortable for him. So he's back to his Hokas tomorrow, which he's excited about, but his feet are just killing him. The worst I've ever seen his feet hurt. What else? I think that's it. Today was outside of Captain's feet really hurting him, it was a much easier hike than anyone had told me it was going to be. So I was prepared for the worst and pleasantly surprised. Oh my gosh. Oh, it wasn't that bad. Every single one of these vlogs that we end is us yawning. It's about almost 10 o'clock. They are still at the movies. I'm going to go to bed. Tomorrow, Will's going to slack pack us. So hopefully we can get in a good, 18 miles, depending on what time we get up. And that's about it, guys. I'm ready for bed. Have a wonderful night. Live your dash. The young adult emerges. Are you in there, Captain? Captain, are you in there?
Just finished Deadpool Wolverine. What do you think, Largo?
It wasn't that bad. I honestly am not that pessimistic about this.
There you go.
Finally, a slightly good review.
I think it is time to announce my official engagement and wedding. No more arranged marriage. I'm happily marrying the Hoka Kaha. I think it's a mid-length boot. I love it, guys.